where the creation does not lend any kind of superiority to any being, because Prime Creator has given its consciousness equally across the board, so that there is no such thing as a pyramidal structure in this creation housing the concept of bigger me, little you, or vice versa. The God existence happens with all of us if we allow that consciousness to nurture our being, to give credence to the fact that we are multi-dimensional angelic humans in this creation. Angelic in the sense that angels are fleets of spaceships. Therefore, the human as an angelic being, which dominates this universe, flies spaceships.
See, they're not going to believe that because they want to believe Jesus. So you got a whole bunch of them sitting their dumb ass up in West Angeles church that wants to turn off the true understanding of how the universe works. They can see the blackness of space. They know that there's blackness in the female vagina. These men know they love getting into the female vagina, but then they want to look at her as if she's not shit when they know that she birthed them, and they know that the most pleasurable thing they do while they on earth is try to get right back up in the same coochie they fought so hard to come out of. So, you know, it's no sense in sitting around here trying to overlook the fact that the universe is going to have to just kill a lot of dumbass people. I hate to tell you that, but there will be order out of chaos. Believe that. It will be.
The archangels are fleets of motherships. But you see, the Zionists who stole
and get you
this
white ass
information never knew how to decipher it. They took the term Elohim, which is plural, meaning many gods, and they changed it to one God.
About 5,000 years ago, the claim to power.
This is John Henry Clarke right here. For those of you who doesn't know, the very, very powerful, inspirational person whom I've enjoyed listening to. I haven't read many of his books, but I will listen to his DVDs because I'm a DVD information gathering type of person. I do read some books, but books bore me. They really do, unless they're special interest type books that the government has hidden, that I would love to be able to get my hand on. Some of the material out there that I haven't been able to find, but I find it interesting to hear and just ingest all of the information that I've been getting from Series B 333. I can't believe some of the information, though I've known it intuitively. It really just intrigues me to know that when I was thinking all this stuff in my mind, but I didn't have no real founded substance to substantiate it, that there is substance out there. They're just hidden books that don't come right out and recognize to you immediately that this is the information that you're trying to find, but it's hidden on the down low. You got to know what books to look in. That's where I come at and get confused, because you're not going to go into no store and find no pictures of the stuff that I've been seeing on this channel without knowing what books to look in for the pictures. That's where I've been getting stuck at. I've been studying a lot of metaphysics, but the metaphysics only touch on the stuff that I've been seeing. And so does John Henry Clarke. Never once said anything in any of his lectures about federation ships and all that stuff, but I intuitively knew they existed. So let's listen to John Henry Clarke. Look at the green light.
Called Minas in the north, called Numa by the southerners. He must have been a king of some substance, otherwise they would not have built an entire city in his honor called Memphis, not Tennessee, Memphis in Africa, long before America. the second dynasty wasn't impressive, but it was a holding dynasty. I mean, things didn't get worse, didn't get better, didn't get worse. That was what you mean, a holding dynasty. But when we come to the third dynasty, 2800 BC, now we have to pause. Now we got to slow down. This is one of the great dynasties in history, not because it's a dynasty, but because of the certain personality that emerged during that dynasty that influenced the world of today. The king was Zusa. The personality that was his grand vizier, our prime minister, was a multi-genius named Imhotep. A man so talented that his talent would influence the world of that day, and it is still influencing the world of this day. He built the step pyramid. He was a doctor. He was the real father of medicine. He was a philosopher. He started the gathering of the intellects that later resulted in the establishment of the mystery school and the Great Lodge and Luxor. This is the embryo of what's going to be the world's first university. He lived 2,000 years before the Greek, who's called the father of medicine, and he was the real father of medicine. And Hippocrates, who's supposed to be the father of medicine, said that I am the child of Imhotep. And when I asked black doctors, stop this nonsense about the Hippocrates oath and changed it to the Imhotep oath, they thought I was crazy. When I asked if one of the pavilions in Harlem Hospital be called the Imhotep Pavilion. His grave was excavated about 20 years ago by Professor William Emery of London. Now we have not only information on him, we have his actual medical tools in existence. And no question about who he was.
Now, as you can see, there's the crook and the flail. This sarcophagus right here was all gold, with the colors right there synonymous with the colors that you see encompassing the earth. Okay, I am that which encompasses all. They knew that. They always have known that. This is the reason why they always kept a circle around there as the representation of being inside of the universal uterus. They always known that. We've always known the power of the female, being that which encompasses all. We've always known. You can see up here that he's got, I bet you it's the vulture and the snake, meaning that immortality and the ability to change. See, when this snake, and not only that too, something that a lot of people don't remember about the serpent is that it's always coiled in a position to strike, which is pure potentiality, all right? Just like the spiral that you see in the universe. That's what the snake is a representation of. That Roman curve that he talks about is what that snake represents. When you see that cobra coil up and stand up ready to strike your ass, we're talking about the pure potential of blackness. Okay? That king cobra spread his hands out on the side. That's what that looked like. Do you see? That's like that cobra standing up with his shit inflated, ready to spit that out. That's what this gear is about right there, that cobra. See, that's what it is. Think about the cobra. You done agitated it, and it's standing up now, how those things pop out on the side of his head. That's what that is. They knew the power in the spitting of the cobra. It's the same as what I was telling you when the female has something that she wants to manifest, her thought of it, more than anyone, could go through the universe and stir shit up and start making coagulation of the materials. This is what they're talking about. That's the same as that cobra sitting up, spitting out his venom. This is the way, the serpent power energy that I was telling you about. I can think about things and I will send this energy to make it manifest. That's why I keep telling you guys, I know how to work my energy on my female side. I have to know how to do that or I could not be who I am. I learned that from reading books because somewhere inside of me I knew that existed. And I went on a quest to find out what is this that keeps disturbing the shit out of me inside of me that's making me read all these goddamn books. Couldn't get my hands off of them. My friends sitting up, what is wrong with you, man? Let's go to this. Man, I gotta go read this book. And I read them. I couldn't stay away because this spirit was deep down in my balls and it woke me up. And it said, listen, I want you to go speak to the people and tell them what fucking idiots they are. And you read this book because until you read this damn book, you're not going to have any rest. So I was reading book after book and I'm not getting anywhere. Now the books I pick up don't do shit for me. I need something that is hid. I need the hidden books. All this bullshit that's left out here is rhetoric and it doesn't feed me. I'm lost like hell. I need this shit that's inside of this man's head. And they're telling me, I got it here on the earth. You just wait. It'll contact you. When you get ready, I will send you, don't you worry, the books. And I know that. And I'm waiting. But there it goes right there. The crook, good shepherd, Jesus stole it. His ass ain't never been a good shepherd. Everything on his watch got fucked up in the flail to fight off adversities. The adversities on this earth right now is the Caucasian males and all these governments. The problem is you dumbass Caucasian males that's not in the governments want to hang on to y'all whiteness and see America stay white and decaying. I got news for you. There's a lot of us non-white people and white people on this earth that's saying, fuck you. Okay, this shit is garbage and it's gonna stop because the spirit of this Pharaoh that they want to keep dead is already arisen. And we're gonna resurrect this planet and regenerate it. And everything in opposition is going to be fucked up. As you can see, the X right there marks the resurrection of the God of Sar. The God of Sar is all the black melanated people on this earth, including you melanin recessive ass white people who want to try not to be melanated because you have no melanin. So what if you don't have much of it? You're still a part of the melanated species. Grow the fuck up. Join back with the melanated side and merge your ass back into what the universe wanted. This albinism bullshit is not going to fly much longer. All that shit. These idiots getting ready to create World War III just so you idiot ass albinos, Jesus loving motherfuckers are going to be the ones that end up in those concentration camps. Trust me on that. You're not putting us black people in there. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the spirit of this Pharaoh is back in those damn light ships. And he's saying, no, 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 motherfuckers. That's going to be your asses going there.
Well, no Greece. Greece didn't exist. England didn't exist. They were in caves painting themselves blue. Rome didn't exist. We're talking about time there wasn't no Europe. We're talking about a time before Africa was invaded by the Asians. The first trouble in Africa came from the Asians.
From the West.
All right. That third dynasty, the Builders dynasty, the step pyramid was set in motion.
From the East. Sorry, my
the
bad.
concept of massing, massive temple building. Now man began to build houses with more than one story. Because that's what the step pyramid looked like. A house built on top of a house. Now the concept of building changed after Imhotep. Now history would take a great leap forward, not only materially